Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about the Challenger explosion, which is a well-known example of when operations management and risk management went wrong. Okay, so first we will talk about what happened. The Challenger space shuttle launched on January 28, 1986. Just 73 seconds after liftoff, it exploded, killing all 7 astronauts on board. The immediate cause of the explosion was a failure in the O-ring seals and the solid rocket boosters. These O-rings were not designed to function properly in very cold temperatures, and the launch took place on an unusually cold day. As a result of this, the O-rings lost flexibility and failed to seal properly, which allowed hot gases to escape and ultimately led to the explosion. Next, we will talk about the key issue. This disaster was not just a technical failure. It was a major risk management failure. There were known risks associated with the O-rings, especially in cold weather conditions. Engineers had previously raised concerns about these issues, but those warnings were not fully acted on. This shows a failure in decision-making where important safety information was ignored. So next, this slide shows a root cause analysis using a fishbone diagram. This failure was caused by a combination of several factors. In terms of equipment, the O-rings had a design flaw and were not reliable in cold temperatures. The environment also played a role, as the launch happened in unusually cold weather, which made the O-rings less flexible. Looking at people, engineers warned about these risks, but there was poor communication and their concerns were not taken seriously. The most important factor of this diagram was management, where there was pressure to stay on schedule and safety concerns were overridden. Overall, this shows that the disaster was not caused by one issue, but by multiple failures working together. The key failure in this situation was that engineers warned NASA about the risk, but the launch was still approved. Management chose to move forward despite these warnings, and safety concerns were overridden. This highlights a major breakdown in communication and decision-making. My recommendations to prevent something like this from happening again is several improvements could be made. First, organizations should prioritize safety over deadlines, making sure that no schedule pressure leads to unsafe decisions. Second, communication should be improved so that engineers can clearly escalate concerns and be taken seriously. Third, equipment should be tested under real-world conditions, including extreme temperatures. Fourth, decisions should be based on data rather than pressure or assumptions. Finally, I think engineers should have the authority to stop a launch if there are serious safety concerns. In conclusion, the Challenger disaster was a preventable event caused by poor management decisions and failure in risk management. It demonstrates the importance of communication, proper testing, and prioritizing safety in operations management. Thank you for watching.